All right, so we've got the gameplay build open here for Team of the Year. If we're ready to pull that up, we can take a look at the new home screen here. So a little bit of a different format with the home screen. As you can see, you can actually, there's two different places to really to look at. So we're used to seeing the event in that right-hand tile. That's being replaced now with this thing called draft. And we'll take a look at what draft means and what you do there. But then in this middle part here, you can actually swipe through to go to the event, to division rivals rewards. There's a thing called review of the year. We'll talk about that a little later. And then you can go into the other events like UEFA Prime Time, Football Center, Chronicles. So it's kind of cool. It's like a two-tiered menu setup. So very neat to see, guys. But in general, this is the Team of the Year main menu. And I think just off the bat, chat, let's talk a bit about what is Team of the Year draft, and more specifically, Team of the Year attacker draft. So a Team of the Year attacker. So just coming back to this, and then you're going to do the same thing. So we're going to do another one of these, and lo and behold, Team of the Year player. And we'll actually take a look at the walkout animation here. Wow, okay, 113 Vinny Jr. And then also, chat, what do we think of the Team of the Year walkout animation draft? Let's say I'm not going to use Vinny Jr. in my team. Maybe he's 113. I'm already using 115s or 114s. So that's where I'm going to come into the exchange section. And this is where this is a little bit similar to the shard system. Is you're going to come into what says 26 phase 2 tokens, and then you can trade in those Team of the Year players to get these phase tokens. So you can see here, I could select whichever ones and get myself tokens. And then like with shards, this is the trade-in rate for it. So 113s, 114s, and 115s are 5. 116 is a 50. And then 117s give you 150 if you did ever want to trade a 117 in. So I trade in Vinny. Let's go. And then I get myself the 5 of these tokens here. So new currency. And then from there, let's say I've saved up enough of these phase 2 tokens. And one thing to note is that you can save these phase 2 tokens throughout the entire Team of the Year event. And they actually will be available after the Team of the Year event is over as well. So you can use them on other events. So very flexible currency. And then let's say I have enough of these tokens. I know that I want to go for a 117. So I can come into the exchanges, and then I can use my phase 2 tokens on a 117. And that the cost for that is 900. And then from there, it depends on the exchange we're going to. We're looking at 117s obviously first. There's 3 of them in week 1. And then we'll go exchange. That's where you get to choose from the 117s. And that's where I want to ask you, chat. Between these 3, who should we pick as our 117 Team of the Year player A? So it's a bit of a different system, guys, but it's kind of neat, right? We'll take a look at it some more. We'll figure it out, and we'll show you guys how you can get the Team of the Year player you want. So drop in chat, who should we pick? All right, I'm seeing a lot of Mbappe. Let's go for it. We're going to claim Mbappe right here. And we are off. And then we can take a look at the 116. Same thing. It's 300 for 116. And then it's your choice of these 3. And then we'll take it 115. Look at that. And it's 75. And then these are the 115s in there. There's a few more. So if we go in here, let's do the same thing. Let's grab a 115. And as you can see, that you don't get the choice of all of them in the 115 here. So a little bit of chance coming into play here. We're gonna go and take Haji here. And same thing with 114. There's a lot of 114s you can choose from here, but only a few will pop up. So let's just do the showcase here of the 114s. And these are the 3 that we have to pick from. So we're going to pick CR7. And as you can see as well, getting some badge progress. But yeah, this goes all the way down to the 113, which is a 25 token cost. And then the 108 to 112 is a 5. So this one is definitely the easiest to get if that's something you're going for. And then this one gives you way more options to pick from. So you can see, okay, from the 108 to 112, I'm going to pick the 112 in Bambo here, just because it's probably the best return on my value, putting in 5 tokens in. So that is kind of how you get to the top players you want. If we're just looking at draft into players, players into token, token into player from exchange. So that's generally like the base flow for Team of the Year, chat. If we're looking at from, hey, I just have gems, FC points, how do I get the players I want? This is the new format. So I'm just going to take a pause there, chat, if we had any questions before we take a look at the actual like chapter of Team of the Year. And also your first impressions on this, because it's different, right? We've been very used to shards. We've been very used to the 3K gem pack, and then everything feeds into that. This is a little bit different, where you have the draft, which is gem / FC points into a token, draft token, use that to pull a player, take that player, and if you don't want it, you can then change it back into token, save it up for exchanges. So it's a different format of doing it, different ways to get players, but I'm curious to know, chat, what do we think? Seeing someone say it looks fun. Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a change. So while you guys drop your comments, questions, feedback in chat, let's go through the main Team of the Year chapter here. So as you can see, this is Utati, unlocks in 21 days. And then we can see the calendar here. So we're in week 1, Team of the Year attacker and icon team 1, midfielder and icon team 2, and then defender and icon team 3. And then these are just some rewards you can claim if you own the required amount of attacker nominees. And here just a look at some of the attacker nominees. We got ourselves the 117 Mbappe. And then let's jump into the attacker chapter, where you're going to be completing some of these challenges. So anywhere from an easy skill game to a medium PvE match to a hard skill game to a crazy difficult. I mean, we'll see how actually difficult this one is, but you're down 3-1 and you have a few conditions to hit to get your Toddy tokens. And then some different milestone rewards here. If you have one Team of the Year player, you unlock some of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, all the way to 15 unlocks you the 110 Patrick Schick. So let's go ahead and go on to the other side here, which is where you